These days, all the news media in the world are covering the brutal and shocking massacre, which was carried out by the Hamas organization. Babies, children, women and old people were brutally murdered. Last Saturday morning, terrorists belonging to the terrorist organization Hamas invaded southern Israel and murdered over 1,200 innocent civilians. About 150 citizens were taken hostage. Their fate is unknown. In response, Israel is shelling the Gaza Strip and preparing to occupy it. The goal is to topple the Hamas government. Meanwhile, masses of Palestinians are abandoning their homes from the terror of shelling and fleeing to the Egyptian border. But now it turns out that not all residents of Gaza need to flee in terror to save their lives. It turns out that there are people who knew and prepared well for the events. These people are now in luxurious hotels abroad and can sit comfortably, cross-legged, and drink coffee. They can watch with pleasure and calmness on the television screens and see all the destruction they themselves have caused both to the Israelis and to their fellow Palestinians. Our reporter Adnan Suleiman received a scandalous report. It turns out that several weeks ago, the family of the leader of Hamas, Ismail Haniyeh, left the Gaza Strip and moved to live in Turkey. Egyptian officials are the ones who published the information as part of routine administration and revealed the list of Palestinians from Gaza who are allowed to leave through the Rafah crossing. The list includes the name of Hazem Haniyeh, the son of the Hamas leader, who was allowed to leave the Gaza Strip, alongside his wife Inas and his children, Mona, Rim, and Amal. They are not the only ones. Gaza was practically emptied of the Hamas leadership. Many of its people and their families moved abroad. Khalil al-Hayya, the deputy leader of Hamas in Gaza, left Gaza and moved to Qatar. Salah Bardawil moved with his family members to Qatar, and so did Sami Abu Zohri, who was the movement spokesman, Tahir al-Nunu, Ismail Haniyeh's advisor. Senior officials of the Islamic Jihad in Gaza also left, among them Sheikh Nafs Azam, who moved to Lebanon, and Mohammed al-Ohindi, who moved to Turkey. It is important to note that Khalid Mashal, the former chairman of Hamas, also spends a long time abroad. His fortune is estimated at $4 billion, and he is involved in corruption. Open sources claim that Mashal is the owner of the Qatari real estate company Elbchil, which manages a 27-dönüm project in Qatar. It turns out that the leaders of Hamas, who were proud of their courage and strength, those who spoke passionately in the name of God and in favor of terrorism, those who sent terrorists to carry out massacres of Israeli civilians, were mainly concerned about themselves and their family members. They knew exactly how Israel would react and fled abroad in advance. They abandoned and sacrificed their own people, the ordinary Palestinians, who are now facing war and destruction. Videos distributed on social networks reveal that even in these days of disaster and destruction, Hamas leaders enjoy an extravagant lifestyle, which includes lavish parties, luxury cars, and many indulgences. The end justifies the means as far as they are concerned. And human life has no meaning. Neither the lives of the Israelis nor the lives of their Palestinian people.